they get married and tidy up. So we'll let them announce.
KamalHassan, Malaysian company?
Yes, yes, of course. It's the Malaysian companies that Indian based.
So Malaysian company
Yes.
KamalHassan, you say Indian movies can improve. So you say you have a long list of improvement for the Indian movie industry. So what kind of improvement you like to see the Indian cinema improve?
It's high time that we stop thinking of only the local market. It's high time because the world is big. I know that we are a 1 billion strong country, but then we are producing stuff which is only okay for the internal market, and that too the down market. The cream is not satisfied. The intelligentsia, the literate masses are not quite happy with most of the films being done in India. They're left out and they go to other language films, invariably that from the West. Now we want to not only harness their support, but also take our films across to the world. It doesn't mean that we lose our ethnicity. The more ethnic you become, the more international you become. That's what I believe. But you'll have to communicate in a language that's understood by the world. And technology offers you that language. And it doesn't matter what language the protagonist of the film speaks. You and I are communicating in a language which you don't speak at home. The language that I'm addressing you is not the language that I communicate with my countrymen. But it's a tool, and that's what language, if language is a tool, then you can understand what I would call the film camera.
So what is the biggest improvement do you think for Indian films to go to international? You said you're interested in Indian movies.
To be aware that there is an audience and a world awaiting you. Not to think on the level of your street and the level of local politics alone. You know, you think in pennies and dimes and paisa. It's time you think not about just in the denominations that you understand, but you think of the revenue in international denominations. You think of wealth, not shillings and pennies.
We have time for 2 more questions, please.
Kamal,
Second last question.
what do you think of 3D movies, and would you ever venture into it?
Yeah, India has done 3D movies about 20 years back. Some of my friends have already done it. So it's another venue. It's like asking what kind of script would you like to use? Korea 12 or doesn't matter for me. It's a content. 3D is another technique, and I'd use it if it's useful for my film. What color? Is it sepia tone, Technicolor? Even that doesn't matter. It depends on my content. I might do a black and white film when the rest of the world is in color, and people have done it. And I have done a silent film where there's no dialogues at all. And people liked it.
Besides the media school that you have in mind to establish in India, do you think you have in mind to have your own movies as part of the collaboration?
Yes, yes. That's what I do best, and I would start with that.
Okay.
And I have put myself in this position thanks to my movie. So I would first use that trick and then see what happens.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, we have